All right, answering the question, stuffing cabbage leaves or how to make stuffed cabbage. First, let me just say that my preference among the cabbages would be what they call Savoy cabbage, which is what this is right here. This is a small head of Savoy cabbage that have had most of the bitter outside leaves already removed. That's how I bought it at the market today. It was already pre-cleaned a little bit, okay? Why do I prefer Savoy cabbage? I think the texture of the cabbage is a little bit more tender. It doesn't have to be cooked as much. It has a more vibrant color in the final stuffed cabbage on a plate ready to eat. And it's easy to handle. Well, you don't have to cook it as long, and it's softer. So softer cabbage rolls and folds better than a regular green cabbage does. So first, how to clean the cabbage to get the leaves off, because we're going to, blanch the cabbage leaves in boiling water, put them in ice water, trim them, make the stuffing, and then roll them up and put them in a pan and bake them, okay? I made a little bit of chunky tomato sauce that I'm going to show you how to serve with it. Basically was the French tomato sauce in the Stock and Sauce DVDs, which is the one I have for this today. This dish can be made, of course, from a vegetarian point of view, and today I'm choosing not to do that. I have bacon, pork, ground pork, and Mexican chorizo sausage as part of this, okay? But first, how to get the leaves out of the cabbage. Down here at the stem, you need to cut the stem out. I don't want to cut too much of the stem out. I cut enough stem out to get some leaves off. Now, when you're cleaning cabbage from the bottom down, which is what I'm doing right now, it gets to a point where they no longer peel easily. At that point, it's very much like a head of lettuce. You start peeling from the top down to the stem instead. Let's get off what we can first without breaking it, which is most of it, as it turns out. Sometimes when this gets stuck, you peel the leaf down this way, is what I meant, okay? Okay, I think we got enough right there. Now, I'm going to drop it in boiling salted water, the leaves. I have some water boiling right here. In go the leaves. This does not take very long, by the way. And if you spend too much time blanching these leaves, they're going to get overcooked, and the color of your leaves are not going to be where you want them. Now I'm going to give that a couple of minutes, and while I'm doing that, we're going to start by talking about the stuffing. Where to start with the stuffing is anyone's guess. I'm going to start with, you can make it any way you want. The important thing to understand is that the foods that are inside the cabbage hold together and don't fall out when you cut it open. It should kind of be a little bit intact. One way you can accomplish that, regardless of the stuffing that you make, is you can put a little bit of egg yolk in it if you want. I don't recommend you go that way. I'm going to add some rice, and we've got a little bit of fat mixed in with the meats and the sausage, and that should be enough for me, okay? And I'm going to add butter to it. Now the leaves are getting nice and green, as you can see. Can you catch that, Richard?
One more time, hold that up, please.
See how nice and green those are? That's the shocking in the water effect that does that, okay? Now I have cooked bacon, cooked rice, mushroom and onion duck shell, which is in your vegetable DVD. And we have Mexican chorizo here that's been cooked. I have ground pork that's cooked. I got some diced fresh red pepper, not cooked. We got some garlic, and we have some black Kalamata olives with the pits taken out, okay? I'm going to need to saute the minced squash here I've got, and the pepper. And I'm going to do that right now in a saute pan while those leaves are still cooking. Now, oh, hold on a minute. It's time for the leaves to come out. That's how fast it was, okay? I'm going to put my bowl of ice water I have here right next to this pot. Pull the leaves out right into the ice water. I want to stop this cooking process by shocking the cabbage and making sure that the cooking stops. And this will allow for a nice color to the cabbage leaves, okay? All right, I'm just going to let those soak now. We're going to go back to the stuffing, all right? We're going to put a little bit of butter in a saute pan. And we're going to add the red pepper. Oops. I'm losing my apron here. And we're going to add the zucchini squash. I'm going to season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. Both of them. I'm going to cook them together, only because it doesn't matter that much. If this is a different kind of dish, I might cook them separately. But their cooking times are very closely related here. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and just a pinch of sugar for the zucchini and the red pepper also, maybe. Don't need to cook it that much. It depends how you want your stuffing to come off, okay? While that's cooking real quick, I will chop up some Kalamata olives, and we're going to mix them all in here. Let's put the bacon in here. Let's put the duxelle in here. That's about 1 cup of chopped duxelle. And I got about 2/3 of a cup of bacon there. Got about a 1/2 cup of ground pork. I got about 1 1/4 cups of blanched plain white rice. I've got some chorizo sausage here that needs to be chopped up just a little bit more. You certainly can use any kind of sausage you want in this particular formula. See, making stuffing for cabbage, it's almost as if there isn't a recipe. I feel almost guilty giving you a recipe rather than I want you to get the spirit of going about how to go about making your own stuffing. There's so many variables in this particular item. All right, we got the red and green pepper here. I'm going to toss my chopped garlic here, which is enough for all of this. In here with the pepper and the zucchini. Now, I don't think the zucchini or the red pepper are even in the actual printed recipe that you have in this DVD. I'm trying to show you the flexibility that you have when you make your stuffing. If you have some zucchini and red pepper and you like those two things, you can put them in your stuffing. You can keep this stuffing extremely simple by just doing sausage, olives, and rice if you wanted to, you know. I have a tendency to throw a little bit of extras in my stuff because I like it to be a little bit more diverse, I guess. You certainly can put cheese inside here too, you know. Okay, let's put some sausage in there. And let's just chop up the Kalamata olives a little bit here. Okay. I love that Mediterranean Kalamata olive flavor. You know, sometimes you can use a little bit of the brine that the Kalamata olives come in as part of the flavoring agent. Now, I'm going to mix this up with my hands here. Keeping in mind I got hot squash in there. I got to be careful. That looks kind of fun. I think I'm going to put, which I forgot because I had it sitting off to the side here, I'm going to put some fresh chopped thyme in there, which comes right out of our producer's garden, I'm happy to say. He's a regular horticulturist, you know, jack of all trades.